Welcome to Dreamy Tales English. I'm David. Tonight, we have a special story for you. It's called The Lacquer Artist of Fuzhou. Fuzhou is a city in Fujian province, known for its humid climate, lush greenery, and one of China's most ancient artistic traditions, lacquerware. For over 7,000 years, artisans in this region have transformed the sap of the lacquer tree into objects of breathtaking beauty. Lacquerware is not merely decorative. It is a test of patience, a meditation in material form, and a dialogue between human hands and natural resin. The process begins with harvesting raw lacquer from the lacquer tree. Workers climb tall trees in the early morning, make precise incisions in the bark, and collect the milky white sap that oozes out. Within hours, this sap oxidizes and turns dark brown, then black as it cures. It is sticky, pungent, and can cause severe skin reactions, which is why lacquer artists must wear gloves and work with extreme care. But once cured, lacquer becomes one of the most durable materials known to humanity. It resists water, heat, acid, and decay. A lacquer object made correctly can last for centuries, sometimes millennia. Master Lin was 72 years old when he gave his final demonstration at the Fuzhou Lacquer Art Institute. He had spent 55 years practicing the craft, learning from his father, then teaching others. His hands were stained dark brown from decades of handling raw lacquer, and his fingers bore the small scars that came with the trade. But his movements remained precise, graceful, and unhurried. He sat at his workbench, surrounded by shelves of lacquerware, bowls, boxes, screens, and statues, each one layered with dozens or hundreds of coats of lacquer, polished until they gleamed like obsidian or glowed with hidden depths of color. One afternoon, a young woman named Xiao walked into his studio. She was 24 years old, a recent graduate in industrial design from a university in Xiamen. She had come to Fuzhou specifically to learn traditional lacquer art, drawn by photographs she had seen online. Images of lacquer screens that seemed to hold entire landscapes within their dark, glossy surfaces. "I want to learn," she said, "but I don't know where to start." Master Lin looked at her carefully. "Do you understand that lacquer takes time? Months, sometimes years, to complete a single piece. Do you have patience?" Xiao nodded. "I have time." "Time is not enough," Master Lin said. "You need patience. You need to accept that most of what you make will be imperfect. You need to accept that you will fail many times before you succeed once." Xia hesitated. Then she said, "I'll try." And so she began. The first step was learning to handle raw lacquer. Master Lin showed her how to mix the sap with powdered mineral pigments, cinnabar for red, malachite for green, azurite for blue, gold powder for highlights. He showed her how to apply the first layer to a wooden base, using a flat brush with steady, even strokes. "The first layer is the foundation," he said. "It must be thin, smooth, and complete. If there are gaps, the piece will crack later. If there are bubbles, the surface will be uneven. You must be careful, but not afraid." Xiao applied her first coat. It was lumpy, uneven, and full of brush marks. She felt frustrated. Master Lin did not criticize. He simply said, "Again." She tried again, and again, and again. For 3 weeks, she practiced applying base layers. Her hands became red and irritated from the lacquer. Her back ached from sitting too long. Her eyes burned from focusing on tiny details. But she kept going. Then came the layering. Each piece required anywhere from 10 to 50 coats of lacquer, with drying time between each layer. The lacquer needed specific temperature and humidity to cure properly. Not too dry, not too wet. In Fuzhou, the natural climate was ideal, but in other regions, artists had to build special curing rooms. Xiao learned to wait, to let go of control, to trust the process. It is like raising a child, Master Lin told her one evening, as they sat in the curing room watching the pieces harden under controlled conditions. You cannot rush it. You cannot force it. You can only provide the right conditions and then wait. Months passed. Xia's work improved slowly. Her layers became smoother. Her colors became more vibrant. Her designs became more confident. But she still struggled with one thing: depth. Lacquerware was famous for its depth. The way light seemed to penetrate the surface and reflect back from layers beneath, creating an illusion of infinite space. "How do you achieve that depth?" she asked one day. Master Lin picked up a finished screen, its surface dark as midnight, but glowing with hidden red and gold patterns. "You do not achieve depth by adding more layers," he said. "You achieve depth by understanding transparency. Each layer must be thin enough to let light pass through, but strong enough to protect what lies beneath. It is a balance between hiding and revealing." He paused. Like life, perhaps. Xia thought about this. She thought about her own life. The pressure to be perfect, to show only the best version of herself, to hide her struggles. She realized that Master Lin was teaching her more than lacquer art. He was teaching her how to live. She continued to practice. She made bowls that cracked. She made boxes that warped. She made screens that looked flat and lifeless. But she kept going, and slowly, gradually, something shifted. One evening, she created a small lacquer box, no larger than her palm. She applied 12 layers of dark lacquer, then a layer of red, then a layer of gold dust, then more dark lacquer to seal it. She polished it for days until the surface became mirror smooth. When she held it up to the light, she saw something remarkable. Beneath the dark surface, the red and gold layers glowed faintly, like embers buried in ash. The box was simple, but it had depth. It had soul. Master Lin examined it silently. Then he nodded. "This one," he said, "has life." Tears filled Xia's eyes. She had spent months trying to create beauty, and now she understood. Beauty was not something you forced onto a surface. It was something you allowed to emerge from within, through patience, care, and respect for the material. Years later, when Xia opened her own lacquer studio in Fuzhou, she kept Master Lin's words on the wall above her workbench. "You do not achieve depth by adding more layers. You achieve depth by understanding transparency." And every time she taught a new student, she told them the same thing. Lacquer is not about perfection. It is about patience. It is about trusting the process. And it is about finding beauty in the spaces between the layers. Good night and sweet dreams.